Good morning. Today I want to take you through the registration process, which is online this year. It's a little different than what we've done in years past. So I want to make sure that you have all the tools necessary to complete registration successfully over the next couple days. This video is a reference source for you, so please feel free at any time to stop, pause, rewind, go back, do whatever you need to do as many times as you need to do it so that you don't miss anything, and do the registration right the first time so you don't have to end up doing it 3 or 4 times in a row. Before we open up Pinnacle, I want to open up another tab and show you the course guidebook. The course guidebook is going to give you information on what courses are and what their code numbers are, so it's a little easier to search for them. So as you can see, I went to siouxcityschools.org. All you got to do is type in siouxcityschools.org and it'll take you to this page. If you hover over the parents link and then scroll down a little bit and go to high school course guide, click on that. It's going to take you to a PDF form, and you get it a little bit smaller and drag down until you see, I might make it a little bigger, until you see the table of contents. And the table of contents is going to tell you all kinds of information. So we'll start with our grad requirements because we want to keep those in mind as we go through. Okay, students and parents, here's our graduation requirements. Okay, so as you can see, you need 8 credits in language arts, 6 in math, 6 in science, 6 in social studies, 2 in fine arts, and 1 in health sciences or individuals and families. And then your PE requirements. If you jump down, if you're a junior or even a sophomore this year, if you jump down, you might be more interested in looking at the college requirements. So here's a good page you can look at. I want to make sure I know which page this is so that you know. At any rate, if you jump down far enough, it'll tell you some course requirements for our 3 main universities here in the state of Iowa: University of Northern Iowa, University of Iowa, and Iowa State University. So they're a little bit more demanding than our graduation requirements, but they're pretty similar. Okay? So keep those in mind as you're going through the registration process. So if I go back to my original tab, and this is probably a good idea, if you're watching this video, pause it, go ahead and open up your Internet Explorer. It doesn't have to be Chrome, it could be Firefox, it could be Internet Explorer. Go ahead and open one up and then have this open as well so you can take a look at the requirements as you go through. Open up Pinnacle as you would if you were checking your grades. Don't pay attention to this because this is going to be different than what you'll see. I'm going to sign out so that you'll see the page that I see. I'm going to type in our test student here. Okay, your left column is going to look a little bit different than mine, but you should still have what's called Internet Viewer. Go ahead and click on Internet Viewer. Now at this point, this screen might look a little different. If you're using Internet Explorer, you might see something like this. Content was blocked because it was not signed by a valid security certificate. Down here, go ahead and click on Show Content, and that should take care of that issue. Once you click on Show Content, then you should see what I see. Okay? Now over here on the left, you want to click on Course Requests. Course Requests. This is going to take a little bit of time to build. It's going to load up, and then once it does, you're going to see 3 boxes. You're going to see a big box on top, one over to the left, and one over to the right. And don't be worried if it takes a little bit of time like my computer's doing. It takes about 30 seconds to load up all the information. So we can go ahead and wait for it. Okay. Once it loads up, you're going to see all kinds of good stuff. You're going to see this box up here, which is all the courses that West High School has to offer. You're going to see down here the mandatory courses that you're automatically signed up for, and you're going to see a little locked thing here. Basically what this means is these are courses that you're automatically signed up for based on your prerequisites, classes that you've already taken years prior. So this student has Honors English 3 because this year she took, or he took, Honors English 2. She has American Government, Economics, American History, and Homeroom. This is going to look different for you, most likely. If you're a freshman, it'll probably say something like English 2. If you're a junior going into senior year, it's going to say, it's going to say all kinds of stuff. You might have more courses here, you might have less courses here. Okay? So just know that this is going to look different, but these you can't change. They're your mandatory courses for graduation. Now over here, these are your requests. These are things that you want to get into. Okay? So I'm going to trash all these because this will probably be empty for you. So when you open this up the first time, you're probably going to see this empty. Okay? So as you can see down here on the bottom, it says requested credits 7. That's automatic. That's based on the credits that this student is already automatically in. Alternate credits we'll get to in a little bit. Now what I want to do is sign up for some classes that aren't required for graduation necessarily, but I want to take, or they'll be good for college or whatever else. So I'm going to start with a math credit. You're going to know which math you're in and which math you want to take. Some of them are going to be in the automatic requests. They're already going to be in here. But this student doesn't have an automatic request, which means she's probably fulfilled all of her math credits already, or all of her required, like algebra. So what I'm going to do is type in something that I think maybe she hasn't taken yet. Pre-calculus. Okay. So I can go here and just click add. And what that does is it brings it down here to my requests. So you can do that for all kinds of classes. Maybe this student hasn't taken Spanish. So here's the courses that she can take. So I'm going to add Spanish 1, assuming that I've never had it before. Okay? Our magic number is anywhere between 11 and 16. That's a full load. You don't want to have less than 11 because then you'll be signed up for other stuff. You don't want to have necessarily more than 18. If you have 16, that's 4 classes each semester. That's a full load. Some of you might have more than 16, and here's how you might have more than 16. Let's say you're an orchestra. Well, guess what? Orchestra is an early bird class. Okay, so you're going to have maybe 18. Business management, that's also an early bird class. Okay? So you could potentially have up to 18 credits. Alright, so I'm just going to load her up. I'm just going to pick some random ones. Keyboarding, business and personal law, Microsoft Office Suite, and maybe one more, advanced speech. So this student has 18 credits. Alright, so maybe I pick a few more. I'm going to drop down here to American History. I'm going to pick that because she's a sophomore, and that's a junior level class. Okay? She's already signed up for American History, so I don't necessarily want to do that one. Let's do a different one. Let's go to IA Tech. And then maybe woodworking too. Alright, now remember what I said earlier. You don't want to have more than 18. Okay? Matter of fact, you probably don't want to have 16 unless you know you're going to be in early bird classes. So I know I have 22 here. What that tells me is I can pick a couple that I don't necessarily need or want, but just in case I don't get into the other classes, I can make them alternates. And to do that, I'm going to click right here. You'll notice that it takes my requested credits down to 20 and my alternate credits up to 2. Remember, my magic number is anywhere between 16 and 18. So I'm going to request another one as an alternate. There we go. Now I'm at my 18, assuming that I've got an early bird class. Okay? Now let's say I can't do 2 early bird classes, obviously. I can't do orchestra and business and personal law or whatever both in the morning. So I'm going to make this an alternate just in case I can't get into whatever. So there I've got 17 credits, assuming I've got 1 early bird class, and the rest of my load is completely full. So I've got a full load. Once you're finished with that, basically all we have to do is push done, and you're finished. It's as simple as that. Now, done by no means that it's locked up. It's not saved until we close down the system. So at any time, you can go in and adjust this. Oh, I forgot. I didn't want to take advanced speech. So I can go in, I can trash it. Okay? But just keep in mind, you're always going to look down here at your requested credits. You want to make sure that number's anywhere between 11 and 16. The more the better, because that keeps your graduation requirements on track. Keep in mind always that you've got this course handbook to reference. Okay? Your language arts credits, and then it's got all kinds of course numbers. So if you jump down here, chamber choir. Oh, I make sure I want to sign up for chamber choir. Your course number is 2025. So if I go back to here, whoops, sorry. if I go back to here and type in 2025, guess what pops up? Hey, chamber choir. So this book is a great reference for you. Okay, it's going to take some time to filter through, but it'll get you exactly the course you need. It's going to tell you how many credits you're going to get. It's going to tell you if it's an elective or a required, the prerequisite for that class. It looks like chamber choir you'd have to audition, freshman chorus, so on and so forth for every single class that we offer here at West High. Remember that even though you might request courses, you're not necessarily going to get in them. Okay? So if you want to request a few alternates, I would suggest that. If you request over 16, so if you have this at 18, our system is going to automatically bump you out of one or more classes. So make sure that you're positive the classes you've signed up for you want to take, and that you're not over that 18, that magic number. 16 is a full load, 18 would be if you have early bird. Okay, remember that you can always go back, pause, rewind this tape if you need more time to think about it, if you have any questions. Hopefully this takes care of everything. Hope registration is easy and good for you. Remember the counselors are available, your homeroom teachers, and administration is always available to help if you have any questions. Have a great day. Thank you very much.